What is going on, YouTube? This is MintyJosh19 and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you all how to join the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4. Now, much like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, you have the option to join the Brotherhood of Steel. Well, actually in Fallout 3 you really don't, because they're like the only ending. But Fallout New Vegas you can, and you can in Fallout 4 because it has its own ending. So, the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4 is one of four main factions, followed by the Minutemen, the Institute, and the Railroad. There's also a fifth faction I kind of see as like a side faction, kind of like Talon Company of Fallout 3. They are called the Gunners. But when you're first introduced to the Brotherhood of Steel in a couple of ways. The first can be found kind of over here in this region. As you can see, it's undiscovered. When you come across a burned out house that contains several destroyed suits of power armor and a beacon. You follow the beacon to multiple locations where you'll find more deceased members of the Brotherhood, and then eventually you'll come across a bunker, which I want to say is right about here. And in that bunker you'll find the paladin for that missing squad. Or if you come this direction towards Diamond City, right about here towards the assembly plant, you'll come across a radio signal called Military Frequency AF95. When you click on it, it'll be faint, but you can hear Scribe Halen telling her that this is Recon Squad, Gladius, or Artemis, or one of those two, and that they are under fire and need support. So what you want to do then is make your way through College Square, through these ghouls, and down the street towards this truck and Cambridge Police Station, which can be found right here, just northeast of the Orbland Station, and just north of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Now, there'll be, once you go through here, you'll see Dance, usually over there, fighting some ghouls. Night Reese will be right here, that's his blood. And Scribe Halen will be right here doing the best she can. And then you'll find another deceased member of the Brotherhood, Night Keen, which is right up here. Once you help out Dance, you want to talk to him, and he'll give you some questions about what you're doing, who are you, and yada yada yada. And you will tell him, you have the option to tell him that you're from Sanctuary Hills, or that you're from Vault 111. In which case he'll be surprised. Then Halen speaks up and says that, or no. Then that they've been trying to reach their headquarters, but the radio tower on top of the station is not powerful enough. Scribe Halen will then say that she needs a deep range transmitter, and Dance will ask you to help out the Brotherhood, in which you can agree or not. If you don't agree, then the quest is still available, and you have the option to help them out of the way. But basically, once the three head inside, you will join them. Eventually. Okay, so once inside the police station, you will see, usually you'll find Reese sitting there with Halen looking over. Currently Halen's asleep. Reese is asleep. And Dance is walking around. So the police station is basically a old abandoned police station from the Great War. There's nothing too special about it. Now, there are several things you can loot. There's some junk, some patrol glasses, cigars, and there's also a terminal in here that you can read. Gladius Personal Terminal. So when you read this, it'll say Gladius Personal Status. So these were all the people that went with the night with Paladin Dance. Knight Sergeant Dawns, Knight Reyes, Knight Keen, Knight Branch, Knight Warwick, and Scribe Halen. Scribe Halen is active. Knight Warwick was deceased. Knight Branch is deceased. Knight Keen is now deceased. You can find him out front. Knight Reese is active, and Knight Sergeant Dawns is deceased. You can also find Paladin's personal logs. And basically he talks about how it's taken several months for them to cross from the Capital Wasteland to the Commonwealth. And he started to establish a headquarters. And then Keen's power armor was destroyed. Then he goes in about how he found Cambridge Police Station. And then he starts sending out scouts. And he tells you about how all of his members have died and whatnot. But basically, once you've done exploring it, you talk to Paladin Dance.
Excuse me, Paladin Dance.
You ready to move out?
You just say you're ready to move out.
Follow me and try not to lag behind.
And he tells you not to lag behind. So once you talk to Dance, if you have a companion with you, you three will head outside. And you just have to follow him to the location, which in this case is Arc Jet Systems. Where's Dance? So Dance will tell you that. So basically, you just follow Dance through this little alleyway right here. That's why I have my 10mm out. Hang on. I'm gonna bring out. There it is. So on the way there, Dance will tell you about Cambridge and that getting the transmitter up and running is the top priority. Sorry about that. And that Scribe Halen has detected multiple stirring signals, which is the Institute just jumping in and out or teleporting. So once you get to here, you will see a group of raiders. If I had stamina, you have the option to save the merchants. However, I don't have enough I don't have enough stamina, so the merchants didn't make it. Okay, well, he went flying. So the merchants did not make it. Neither did the caravan guards. So, oh well. But you can't say this. So once you do that and you get to this point, he'll tell you about the first team when they came back with crates of pre-war technology and blueprints. Then he'll go in to tell you that the second team, Squad Artemis, disappeared and haven't been heard from. Then he'll tell you about how his team, and the minute they got here, they had a target on their back and lost 3 or 4 team members already. Okay. There we go. So after a few skirmishes with the local wildlife, you can see the building for arc jet systems. Now you cannot get. I found this out. I'll get more into what I found out once we get inside. Don't get too far from Dance, because he will stop moving. But basically, once you get into here, or once you get here, you just go through the main door. Now, keep in mind, you can't actually get the deep range transmitter before this quest. I have already tried that, and once the game loads, I will show you why. So basically, you need to go through that doorway, and before you get this quest, this door will be nailed shut with a couple of boards. So eventually, you just make your way through the facility until you find this.
It appears as though the facility's automated security's already been dealt with.
So once you see this, Dance will tell you that these robots were torn apart, and you'll say that
Is this the Brotherhood of Steel's handiwork?
Unfortunately, no. Look at the evidence. There isn't a single spent ammunition.
so once you talk to Dance, he'll tell you that there's no blood or no shell casings, and that
I'll be
these robots were destroyed by Institute synths, which are basically synthetic humans. There's also a military grade circuit board I'm going to take. But then you just follow Dance.
After we're done here, I'll have to mark this place for sweep and retrieve.
Make sure you have your guns and ammo.
Looks like a dead end. See if you can find a way to get that door open. I'm gonna reconnoiter the area.
So you will find a discarded arc jet work log, which I'm going to take. Found some bottle caps. And you will find 2 terminals. So what you basically want to do is you want to come to this terminal over here. Gives us a reminder, password security, and states that this is your annual reminder that all terminal mainframe passwords are to be changed on a monthly basis. Failure to do so may result in automated changes, the suspension of network privileges, and such or disciplinary action. Please do your part in keeping ARC jet systems secure. So that's basically just a reminder. After that, you hit automated password change, and then you'll get the new password, which in this case is 9YB3N. So once you get the password, you come over here to this one, lab control terminal, and press A to unlock it. You put in the password, and then you'll hit lab control, security door. Lab controls doesn't do anything because it says error. Security doors, open doors. which are those doors, and there you're introduced to your first group of synths. These synths to me are basically glorified robots. But they do produce some interesting weapons, like a shock bayonet and where is it? And this Institute pistol. I like to collect the Institute pistols and weapons because you can use them to arm your settlers if you choose to with laser weapons. I usually will arm my settlers and Minutemen with ballistic missile or ballistic weapons. But it does come in handy to have a stockpile of energy weapons available. For instance, my Minutemen are usually armed with this 308 bolt action rifle with a bayonet. No, okay, so now the Institute since I've been dealt with, you just follow Dance some more, and then go up these stairs.
Remain vigilant. We've got turrets ahead.
And just watch out for these turrets. They look like lights, but they're not. There we go. So once you've dealt with the turrets, you just follow Pal and Dance some more. And you'll go down here in this ruined hallway. And then down here.
Cords ahead. Should be our final stop.
And then you open the door to the arc jet engine core. Now this is where things actually get kind of interesting. So once you arrive in the engine core, you just go down the stairs. Right down here into the hallway. And there you'll find a rocket engine. Dance would hurry up.
Look at this place. Scribes have a field day.
So basically once Dance get here, he says that scribes would have a field day. And then you just go down. Because the elevators are dead. So now we're underneath the rocket.
Scout the maintenance area off the main chamber. I'll remain here. Watch our backs.
And then, so once the Paladin Dance gets down here, you come through this doorway. And you'll come into here. Now once you're in here, you will find Technician's personal log, a wrench, a hard hat, and a unique weapon known as the Junk Jet. So this weapon is not that good. I mean, you might like it, I don't. But basically any junk you have, you can shoot it out.
Warning. Power loss detected. Engine core is offline.
So once you hit the engine start button without powering up, you'll get that warning. So basically you come into here, you unlock this computer, it takes low skill, and you put power options and you hit start auxiliary generators. Once that's on, you then head to the control room. You have the optional to activate the engine. which is what I like to do.
Accepted. Commencing 5-second countdown.
So, once you start the engine, Dance will be fighting those things. And a countdown will start. And since it's dropping in like flies.
2,
And then after 5-second countdown,
1.
you'll see sparks coming out of those little tubes.
Engine firing.
And then the engine will fire. Now, the synths will get burned into ash, usually. Dance is getting cooked, but he's in his power armor, so he'll be okay.
Test firing completed with an efficiency rating of 96.7%.
I think I just locked the doors, actually. So once you get in here, the ground is orange. I'm gonna take these, the synth weapons. 'Cause you can never have too many institute weapons. Oh, I missed one. Okay, now that I've got the weapons, basically you want to check on Dance.
God. Are you all right?
Got cooked by those flames. But thanks to my power armor, I'm still in one piece. The important thing is that we're still alive. We have a way to get to the transmitter. Let's go.
So Dance will tell you that they do have a way up to the transmitter. So next to control window, you will find this, the elevator. Once the elevator is here, you just climb on in. Wait for your companion. In which case mine is... Okay, well, I'm not sure why he walked out, but oh well. Then you just hit the button and the elevator will go up. Once up here, you'll be at the basically the top of the engine. And then you just follow the steps over here. Turn right. And then you're introduced to more synths. You'll get into another firefight.
That's the last of them. Damn it. I don't see the device anywhere. Fan out and check the synth remains. They may have been at the transmitter as well.
So, basically, the reason that the synths were here was for the deep range transmitter. So basically, you want to search the synths. I already found it. Until you find it. And when you do find it, you want to grab it. So one of the synths always has it. And this is the deep range transmitter. It's basically a block with a little spirally drilled bit on the front of it. I'm also going to take more of these weapons. So once you have the device, you hit this elevator, hit the button, and you go up. And then at the top of the floor, you're introduced to this. And Dance will tell you that this bunker looks clear and to move. Now, for some reason, you have to talk to Dan's right next to his radiation barrels, which is weird. But then now you speak to Paladin Dance. And he'll tell you that that could have gone smoother. I'm going to say we work well as a team. Dance will say it's agreed. It's refreshing to work with a civilian who can follow orders properly. Civilian, yeah, right, I'm a general. And right here, he says that he will basically wants to talk to you about two more things. The first is the transmitter, you have to hand it over, in which case he will repay you by giving him his personal modification to the standard Brotherhood of Steel laser rifle, in which this case it is the Righteous Authority. Critical shots do double damage, and the critical meter fills 15% faster.
That isn't necessary.
I insist you keep
And then he says the Brotherhood always believes in paying off its debts.
as far as the second
And then Dan says the second matter,
we had a lot thrown at us back there. Our op could have ended in
and then this part he says you keep your cool and handle like a soldier.
no doubt in my mind. You've got what it takes. The way I see it, you could spend the rest of your life, or you could join.
So here basically you're joining the Brotherhood of Steel. He offers you to join. You have 4 options: your expectations, refuse to join, agree to join, or unsure. If you press unsure, your companion you have with you will usually make something. In which case, pressing garbage says that the Brotherhood has lots of fancy toys, but don't forget you have an obligation to the Minutemen.
decide you want to become one of us. Good luck.
Then Dance will tell you that it's your choice. If I do decide to join, to come and talk to him. So basically, that's how you join the Minutemen. Obviously, I didn't join, but basically to join, you have to return to Cambridge Police Station in order to join. And when you do, you become an initiate, the first rank in the Brotherhood of Steel. So there you go. That is just a video on how to join the Brotherhood of Steel. My next video, I will show you how to join the railroad, and well, first I'm going to show you how to find the railroad. So, in the meantime, I hope you all like this video. Eventually, I'd like to start making history videos on the Brotherhood of Steel once I learn more history about them. I'm also going to do some history on the Minutemen. Maybe I'll make a video on that. So, and yeah. In the meantime, I hope you all liked the video. Smash that thumbs up button if you do, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch and Instagram at MintyJosh19. And I hope you all had a good weekend. I know it's almost Monday, or it is Monday, so I know many of us have to go to work. So, in the meantime, I will see you all later. Have a good night.